Thinking about a few words I could say today, I couldn't help but think about the "Where is Jundo" koan that sits right in front of us and needed to pick that one up. Um, I've read a lot in Soto Zen's history in the past weeks and months, so I came across a conversation between Dongshan and Dao Jing, two of our Chinese ancestors. Um, they talked about something different, but paraphrasing them, the "Where is Jundo" koan would go like, "Where is Jundo? He's in Taiwan. Say it from beyond. If I speak from beyond, I cannot say who is where." Jundo is in Taiwan. He's of course also present with what we are doing right here and now. But even seen through ordinary everyday eyes, the "where" in a Treeleaf sense was always a flexible concept, not so much bound to physical places. We are sitting together in our Zendo, in Japan, in the US, Europe, Taiwan. Our "when" is also a flexible concept. I usually sit the day after the zazenkai, with all of you, and I don't feel like this being something different from what I'm experiencing now. I feel as connected to all of you as I do today. We are, and even the other way around, so that live event often has an Ino in a recording chanting for it. Jundo will sit with this too. When we are all sitting together in our here and now, using technology to assist us, but ultimately we are dropping the perception of the duality of time and space. Probably not exactly what Dogen wrote in Uji in Being Time, and also not 100% that what is beyond the individual who, where, and what. But I'd really like to know what Dogen would have made of it. Having the Heart Sutra we just chanted in mind, there is of course also the who, and not just the where and when we can look at differently. In our branch of the old Buddhism tree, we've picked up the idea of a linear continuation of teacher-student relationships from the family genealogy of the Chinese culture. We are continuing what our teacher is teaching, and he continues the work of Nishijima, of Rempuniva, of Dogen Zenji, Bodhidharma, Shakyamuni, and all those in between. In this lineage thing, there is also a way of looking at where's Jundo, or actually any and all of us, also in a less linear serial way than the first glance suggests. We continue this tradition. Those of us having received Jukai surely remember the Kishimiyaku, the bloodline chart we received. It's showing us as part of the long lineage of ancestors, since that what was before Shakyamuni. By the way, we will be starting a new round of Jukai preparations in just 2 months of time. In medieval times in Japan, the bestowing of the precepts and the Kichimiyaku were themselves connected, or maybe even understood as the cause for exiting the circle of rebirth. Connecting oneself to the ancestors, to Buddha in a very direct way, becoming one with all of them despite time and despite birth and death. There was even a custom that ghosts, evil ghosts that were seen somewhere by the medieval people, were administered the precepts and given a Kishimiyaku, a bloodline chart, because it was thought that they, becoming one, realizing the oneness, they were charmed and disappeared. Of course not today, I guess. Today for me personally it holds more a symbolic way. It does no magic in itself, but represents the potential for realization of that what is beyond the ordinary through practice. So I would include those practicing sincerely shikantaza and observing the precepts as much as those who receive jakai, of course. Master Dogen wrote, lineage is not like many different things in a line or gathered together. Not just this one serial line of succession, not limited to different schools and teacher-student relations, but the sincere practice of any and all of us sharing this one moment without time and space. That reminds me on a former Treeleafer. Every time I wrote my practice in a sentence, he corrected me with the thundering, there is no such thing as my practice. The simultaneity beyond the ordinary perception, that what is to be realized in sitting, not in a formal way of jukai ceremonies, but in direct experiencing, in sitting, practicing. Working my way through Master Keizan's Denkuroku, the records of transmitting the light, I crossed several related stories of this. Denkuroku is the story of our lineage since Buddha until Dogen's successor. Likely not historical true, but agreed as a valuable narrative. The story of Dao Jing, who lived in Tang Dynasty China, made me think about this where is Jundo Koan in this way. As Dao Jing met his teacher Dongshan, he was asked about the teaching of his former teacher. He answered, Chuwai was making a food offering to the Arhats, and I asked, you're making offerings to the Arhats, but do you think that they will come to accept the offerings? Chuwai asked, what do you eat every day? From a relative point of view, there are the Arhats, those who awaken to their true nature and realize their liberation from birth and death. And from the absolute point of view, from beyond, which is what the Arhats have realized, there is no difference between feeding the Arhats and feeding Dao Jing. There is no me and you and us and them. Time is something different too. Dongshan asked, what is your name? The master replied, Dao Jing. Say it from beyond. If I speak from beyond, I cannot say that I'm Dao Jing. Where is Buddha? Where are Dongshan and Dao Jing? Where is Jundo? Huang Po suggests all Buddhas and ordinary people are just one mind. There is no other Buddha apart from this mind, no other mind apart from the Buddha. Master Dogen wrote to this, in the very moment of sitting, all of time is encompassed. This mind that is present now, is the mind that has always been and will always be. To see this clearly is to see the timeless nature of one's own mind.